to another segment of Hodge and Podge. Pick 'em. You ready for this?
Yeah. So how did we do last week?
Last week in the college football, I went 2 for 2, and I am currently overall 4 and 3.
I went 3 out of 4 on the college.
Yeah, you went 3 and 1.
And then I went 2 and 2 in the pros.
Yeah, and in the pros, I went 3 and 1, and I'm at 4 and 3 there. So
that's not a bad.
So you're better than me in college, and I'm better than you in pros, at least for now.
So
we'll see how this goes.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
You want to start with the NCAA college football?
Let's do it. What's the first
Your
game?
world?
What's the first game?
Texas, Oklahoma. Oklahoma 9.5-point favorite, playing in Dallas, right?
Red River rivalry.
Yeah, it's tough to
that
say.
5 times.
I like to go with the Red River Shootout because it's a little easier.
What's the Texas State Fair and all that? I mean,
yeah.
How beautiful is that? You know, this is a tough game to pick. I mean, Oklahoma's favored, but it's by 9. It's 9.5 points.
I'm going to start off by saying I don't like picking rivalries because you just never really know what's going to happen. But 9.5 is a lot, I think. But I thought that about Nebraska. Wisconsin,
and I think Texas has played pretty well in their first few games. I'm actually going to go with Texas on this. I think Oklahoma could win it, but I think the 9.5 is a lot of points.
Yeah, so you're taking the points, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
So what are you doing, smart guy?
I am going to go with Oklahoma. I'm going to give the points. I'm going to say Oklahoma wins by 2 touchdowns.
I thought you liked the bad rivalry games.
I don't, but you made me pick this game. I think Texas is a little young at quarterback. I know they got McCoy. You got another McCoy down there, but I don't think he's ready for the rivalry yet. And I just think that Oklahoma's defense, I think they're going to step up. They're going to stop the run. Texas has a good run game.
No, they
but I think they're going to stop the run, and then
good.
they're going to put some blitz pressure on the young quarterback. And I think I think Oklahoma comes out on top, and so I'm going to give the points.
Okay.
I'm going to go a little crazy on this one. Second game, we got Iowa, Penn State. Penn State favored by 4 points.
This is at College Station?
Yes, they like to call it State College.
But I think the
Beaver Valley, I believe, yeah.
You know, this is an interesting game because I'm not real enamored with Penn State. I've seen a few games, but Iowa really hadn't played that well either, right?
Yeah. Iowa's coming off a bye, though. You give them any... You like that?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Iowa in this because, I mean, you got Penn State by 4 points, and I think the thing we have to look at is really the quarterback play for Penn State really not that strong.
No, it has not. McGloin, who Brent Musburger likes to say has a lot of moxie, has not been that stellar. They barely beat Temple. They barely beat Indiana. So I can't give Penn State a lot of credit. I think this is a little bit of a rebuilding year for them. I'm going to go with Iowa because I really like Vandenberg. He came in, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before against Ohio State, mid-game, and really played well. I mean, we ended up beating him, but barely.
This is a tough game to pick.
He's got 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. I feel like he's kind of got things going. I'm going to go with you and go with Iowa, and I'm going to take the points. I think they're going to win by about 6, maybe 8 points.
No, it should be a good game. That's a tough game to pick.
It is tough.
What we got next?
I don't like this one either. It's Air Force at Notre Dame. Notre Dame's favored by 16 points.
That's a lot.
Is that like unheard of?
It's in South Bend.
I mean, Air Force, they're averaging 364 yards per game rushing.
Who do you like?
364 yards per game rushing.
Who do you like?
That's a lot.
Well, they run the triple option. They run that triple option.
Doesn't that sound like a lot? I think that's a lot.
So who are you going with?
Oh, Notre Dame's got a pretty good run defense, 20th in the nation right now. So I am gonna go with Air Force and take the points.
Are you really?
I think Notre Dame wins, but I just can't. 16 points. 16 points.
Michael Floyd, the wideout. I just think Notre Dame's gonna go up and down the field on their defense.
I can't.
I just think they're gonna. I think they're gonna.
16 points.
There was no way they're gonna stop. I think I'm taking Notre Dame all the way.
Wow, 16 points. You're that comfortable with
Notre Dame's got some offense,
but they turn the ball over a lot.
Not against this defense. I mean, come on. I think it's Notre Dame easy.
Oh man,
we'll see
a little bit different.
We'll see what happens.
All right. Last one we got for college football: Georgia, Tennessee. Georgia's favored by 1 point going into Smoky Top.
Rocky Top.
Rocky Top. Ah,
just like College
Smoky
Station.
Mountains.
Just like College Station.
Smoky Mountains, Rocky Top. All right, whatever. So what do you got?
I'm taking Georgia on this, even on the road. I'm not real impressed with Tennessee so far. I think they got a good quarterback, but I just don't see them having much else as far as the firepower. And I think Georgia's kind of come together. I think they got a pretty good defense, and I think the offense is coming together. I think Rick, I think the team's kind of rallied around him because I think there was a lot of rumors. And
they've got 2 losses already, which isn't great going into the 6th game for them. But Georgia's defense is ranked 7th in the nation. I think they're going to get it done as well. I think 1 point, that's not very much. I'll give that 1 point.
They're giving a lot of credit to Tennessee being home.
Yeah, I think so. I think Georgia's going to win this by about probably 10 points, something like that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty comfortable with that pick. All right. So you want to move to...
This is your area of expertise, right?
Yeah, National Football League. I know everything, yeah.
So what's the first game we're picking?
This is your team, New York Jets at New England. And New England's favored by 9 points.
My Jets let me down last week against the Ravens. I went with them, and they just didn't look real swell against the Ravens. I mean, Mangold's coming back. That's one thing. So I mean, hopefully they'll have that offensive line fixed. You know, as much as it pains me to do this, I'm going to bet with my brain, not my heart. I think the Patriots are going to cover the 9.5. I just think the defense for the Jets hasn't played that well. They went out to the Raiders ran up and down on them. Darren McFadden ran, and I think Tom Brady and the Patriots offense maybe.
The Patriots don't really run the ball though, right? I mean, they just got Brady back there throwing it around. You know, I'm going to go the other way on this one. I'm going to take the points and go with the Jets. I'm not really sure that the Jets are going to win this game, but I think that they need to make a statement and say, hey, we're still a team. And I think
you're right.
I think that Rex Ryan will get the team up against New England because it's New England, and they know it's a division game, and they need a win.
Did you watch the game on Sunday?
I believe.
Did you watch the game on Sunday?
I believe that the Jets against New England can get the ball running. I think they're going to run the ball a lot more, and which is going to take some of the pressure off Sanchez.
I hope you're right.
And so I think that the Jets will keep it close, and we'll just see who wins. I don't want to pick this game like who's going to win, but I'm going to take the 9 points because I don't like 9 points is a lot. I know New England's at home and they're playing out of their mind, but they did lose to the Bills, so that's the way I'm going to go. I'm going to take the points.
Okay.
So next game, we've got Philadelphia Eagles at the Buffalo Bills.
It's a tough game.
Philly needs a win.
It's a tough
game. Philly
game.
needs a win bad. Philly is favored by 1 point.
I don't think they're going to do it against the Bills.
You don't
I got the Bills in this game.
I
think the team's a little in disarray.
You're so enamored with the Bills.
Well, I mean, honestly, look, I watched the Eagle game last week. The Eagles' defense is horrible. The Eagles' defense can't stop anybody. And the Bills got some weapons on offense. I know you don't like the Bills.
Bills just lost to Cincinnati.
I know you don't like them, but I think they're gonna.
I'm not gonna say I don't like them.
They're gonna put some points up against the Eagles. If the Eagles' defense was better, that used to be the Eagles' team, right? They had this really stout defense. They had a pretty good offense, run the ball, be napped through some passes. They have this great offense, all these weapons, but they have no defense anymore.
Well, the Bills' rush defense is 24th. That's the bottom
and Andy
third.
Reid never runs the ball.
That's the bottom third. Well,
he never runs the ball.
The Phillies' rush offense is ranked second right now in the league, so I don't know how you say they never run the ball. They run the ball. I think they will run the ball against the Bills. I believe that Philly will win.
That's some Nick Vick scrambling.
I'm going to give them.
That's what the rush.
That's fine. I don't care. Philly's going to win this game. They're 1-3. They are in a must-win situation, and they're going to come through and they're going to win. They're going to stop with the crazy turnovers. They're going to hold on to the ball.
On the road? They're going to do this on the road?
Yeah.
Okay, man, you got a lot of faith in them.
Philly's going to step up. I really believe that. They're going to win this game. I'm going to give that point. They're going to win by like a touchdown.
Okay, we'll see. That's why they play the games, man.
That is. So the next game we got is the Bears, 2-2, facing the Lions in Detroit. And the Lions are favored by 6 points.
I'm going with the Bears in this game. I think you got. I looked last week, and I watched part of that game last week with the Cowboys. I mean, I think the Lions, the offense didn't look real stellar, and I think the Bears' defense is still pretty good. The offense, is a little bit.
You do realize the Bears' defense is ranked 31st in the league, right?
Well, I think some of those. I think that some of those stats are a little skewed based on the game, a couple of games they had, and they kind of give a lot of points. But I think pretty much the defense has got. They got some pretty good guys on the other side of the ball, and I don't think the Lions' offense is that stellar. So I'm going to go with the Bears in this game.
I'm going to go with Detroit. I'm going to give the points. I don't think that the Bears are going to be able to match up with Calvin Johnson. That dude is ridiculous. And the Bears have nobody on defense that's probably over 6 feet, 2 inches. So I think they're going to struggle. The style of defense that Chicago plays, they're going to give up a lot of yards. And then once you get in the red zone and and Detroit, all they have to do is chuck the ball to Calvin Johnson in the end zone. I really think that's all they're going to have to do. I think they're going to win this one. Chicago's offense is 26th. Their defense is 31st. They're just not really a great team. I think this is a down year. They might be able to come back next year. But right now I'm going to say they're down. I think they're going to lose this one. And I don't like to pick a team to go 5-0. But I'm going to go with the Lions on this one.
Okay.
All right, so the last game we got is the New Orleans Saints, 3-1 against the Carolina Panthers, 1-3, and the Saints are favored by 6
in Carolina.
I'm
going with the Panthers in this because I'm just not real crazy about. I'm not real crazy about the Saints defense. I think the Saints are going to get their points, but I think the Panthers are going to get their points too. So I think I'm gonna grab the 6 points because I think the Saints may win it, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than the 6 would indicate.
I think this might be a breakout game for Mark Ingram going against Carolina's defense. I think Matt Forte, who's not really like a power back, ran 200 yards last week against
Forte's
Carolina.
a pretty good back.
He's a good back, but he's not a power back. I think the combination of Mark Ingram, Darren Sproles that New Orleans brings to the table, I think they're going to be able to do a lot.
The Saints are going to score some points. There's no doubt. I think the Carolina's going to score points too.
I think New Orleans is going to win by 10 to 14 points. I think Carolina's not going to get it done. I think Greg Williams is really going to step up that New Orleans defense against Cam Newton.
They haven't stepped up all year. What do you mean they're going to step up?
Yeah, they're going to step up this week. This is the week they're going to step up. The only team they've lost to is the Green Bay Packers, who are like the best team in the league.
But they've given up points every week.
That's fine. You give up points, you still win, right? I think they're going to win by 10 points. So I'm going with the Saints. I'm going to give the 6 points.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
All right, we'll be back here next week to revisit this, and we'll see who's got them right.
Thanks a lot.
Every single one of them. See you later.